Another spectacular summer night, another spectacular American short track visited by the superstars. And look at this record crowd that's made its way to Wheatland, Missouri and the Lucas Oil Speedway. It's the season finale of year 3 of the Superstar Racing Experience.
Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart each have enjoyed a successful summer.
Jonathan Davenport, 3-time Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series champion.
Hailie Deegan, NASCAR Truck Series 2-time most popular driver.
Ken Schrader, 3-time Daytona 500 pole winner.
Brad Keselowski, 2012 Cup Series champion.
Ryan Newman, 2008 Daytona 500 champion.
I'm Helio Castroneves, 4-time Indy 500 champion.
Tony Stewart, 3-time Cup Series champion.
Marco Andretti, your defending SRX Series champion.
Bobby Labonte, 2000 Cup Series champion.
Ernie Francis Jr., 7-time Trans Am champion.
Clint Bowyer, 10-time Cup Series winner.
Kenny Wallace, over 100 dirt track wins.
We'll have 2 heat races. They'll each be 25 laps against a 14-minute time clock. Only the green flag laps count. The starting order for heat number 1 was drawn at random. The finish of heat 1 inverted for the start of heat 2. Same thing, 25 laps or 14 minutes. You average your finish in the 2 heats. That's where you line up for our 90-lap main event, where green flag laps in the final 10 laps are the only ones that will count. So we mentioned the season championship. Matt outlined that Ryan Newman is well in control of it. There are points awarded in both of the heat races as well as the main event. Winner of the heat race gets 12 points and on down, for both the first and second heats. And the main event finish is double the point total of the heat races, except the winner gets 25 instead of what would be 24. And we're racing in Missouri. There's our first contact, Keselowski and Hailie Deegan. Deegan in the red car had a great run last week on the dirt at Eldora. Be a lot of folks cheering for her tonight.
Absolutely. Hailie Deegan looked like an absolute hero at Eldora. It was great to see her do well. And you can see how slick the track is right now. Everyone is just super, super careful. People are throwing wheel at it, trying to get the front to grip. Helio Castroneves already having he looks like he's got a flat tire.
Yeah, might have a little difficulty there after that contact in the corner. He's still going.
We have been essentially 3 wide at some place in the track almost every lap. This is fantastic.
So Jonathan Davenport leads. Blairsville, Georgia, 5-time winner of the World 100 at Eldora. He's known for being a late model driver, but these cars are not anything like the late models he drives. As you see, the left front is down on Castroneves.
Helio looks a little lost, I'm not going to lie. I think he's trying to find the track exit.
He was trying to find the way into the crash zone, and he works his way there now. And so Helio's first heat race won't go well. Ken Schrader shooting way wide. That's Schrader in that federated car up top. The view out the window of Tony Stewart's machine.
This is a great view. You can tell Tony is trying to find the grip. He's being so careful with that throttle. These guys are probably not even getting to full throttle on these straights, just being super careful. These engines are really powerful, and when you start spinning these rear tires in the dirt, you're not going to go many places.
Schrader by Brad Keselowski. Now Ken Schrader rolling that top side, looking for second place on Hailie Deegan. Schrader, dirt track veteran, had a win in a NASCAR Pinty Series dirt track race up in Canada this week.
Absolutely. I saw great videos of that on the Twitter. It's Kenny Schrader winning in the NASCAR Pinty Series. That was awesome to see. He's actually, doing some testing. He's making sure he's ready for the SRX Series.
Schrader, one of 2 Missouri-born drivers in the field, as he works the outside and picks up the second spot on Hailie Deegan. So now Schrader chasing Jonathan Davenport.
Schrader is looking like the dominant car on track right now. He is slowly working his way forward, and he looks like he's got more grip than anyone else. A lot of battles on track, though, right now.
That's a 3 wide with Clint Bowyer in the middle of Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart. That's going to be 5th, 6th, and 7th.
NASCAR Cup Series legends right here.
Look at Tony throw that thing in there all the way up to the top.
Well, Tony's a talented showman, along with one of the best racing drivers that's ever lived on this earth. So it's always good to see him racing here.
And you can hear through the lights on the onboard camera the dirt being kicked up as he slides that car through the corner. Listen.
It is great to watch. If they can just build up a little bit of a lip up on the top side there, the track can become much faster for those guys up on the top side. He just got into the bit thicker dirt there and couldn't quite make it work. Marco Andretti on the move here as well.
Trying to figure it out as he works the top side of Brad Keselowski. Marco looking to pick up 4th spot.
Defending series champs, still fighting for 2nd place in the championship. It looks like it's quite a tight battle. Ryan Newman is dominating this championship, but everyone else, they're still fighting for 2nd through 3rd and on back.
Kind of a big knock right there. You see the biggest mover since the start of this heat. Marco, one of them, along with Ernie Francis Jr. Stewart goes around. And no contact. We stay under the green flag.
And all the SRX mechanics say thank you.
Yes. Yeah, that could have been big.
Well executed there.
Who is he trying to stay off? Keselowski here.
See, the problem is there's so little grip in these dirt races that when he fires it in there and Brad is trying to also get the car slowed down to get a good exit, sometimes contact happens and he just wasn't able to control it.
So, Jonathan Davenport across the start-finish line, 2 laps to go. This is a 3-time champion of the Lucas Oil Late Model Series. He's also won a number of races here at this racetrack. He was thrilled to get the chance to race with the superstars tonight. Drew the pole in the random draw last week, and he's coming to the white flag here. 1 more lap to go.
He has definitely found the grip, and he is doing a great job. I'm excited to see how this progresses today.
And these fans at this racetrack, who he is a hero of, will love seeing him come off of turn number 4 with the checkered flag in sight. Heat race number 1 to Jonathan Davenport. Schrader 2nd, Bowyer 3rd, Andretti 4th, Keselowski 5th. And with that spin by...
Think about talking to Tony Stewart.
Castroneves suffered early in heat number 1. He's on the pole in that black machine. Bobby Labonte is outside. It's Tony Stewart and Ernie. No, that's Kenny Wallace in row 2. Here we go.
Helio Castroneves now with 4 properly inflated tires, trying to do his best. Not a big dirt guy, Helio Castroneves, but he's pretty good at car control. After being his teammate for a couple IndyCar races, guy still knows what he's doing.
Figured out he's still got it going on, huh? There's Bobby Labonte around the top into the race lead in that white Sport Clips machine. Castroneves and Kenny Wallace fighting for 2nd.
One of the things I was most excited about tonight was seeing Kenny Wallace in person getting to wheel one of these things. I was excited to see him and see what he could do with all of his experience and incredible career he's had.
Kenny spends about 60, 70 nights a year behind the wheel of a dirt modified, but as he'll tell you very quickly, it doesn't drive anything like this.
He's also a great follow on Twitter. I've enjoyed following him on the internet.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
This is 5 wide, who knows?
4th place on back. Stewart, Ernie Francis Jr., Clint Bowyer using Jonathan Davenport and shoving him up onto that part of 1 and 2 that levels off up top.
Clint Bowyer is ripping the top, as they say. I love to see it. And Jonathan Davenport, I mean, usually in these races, it is hard for people to move up from the back, but he has not even looked at the bottom lane of the track. He is staying up top and passing everyone almost as if it was easy.
So the view from Bowyer as he now tries to get to the outside of Ernie Francis Jr. Look at him riding the rim.
The track is really getting racy and all kinds of different lines are working. I mean, this is fantastic.
All going on behind Bobby Labonte and Kenny Wallace. This is a big nod for 3rd on back, and they're all right there. Castroneves in the black car, Francis Jr. in the white, Bowyer in orange, and Davenport in the lime green.
You can see the dirt and experience with Helio, because if you see the front tires of his car in the center of both of these corners, he has turned hard left, where a lot of these guys with dirt experience, they are going to be using that right rear. They're going to be using the rear to slide the car, almost driving it off the rear tires. Whereas Helio, we're used to having a lot of front grip in our open wheel cars, and it's a challenge to get used to these different conditions. Ryan Newman's going to have more fun than anyone, though, because he's already got a trophy, and he'll have a giant bottle of Camus wine waiting for him, too, after this night.
Yes, he will. So for 2nd place, they race as Labonte leads. And with 6 laps to go now in our 2nd heat race. Can pretty much much be assured that Clint Bowyer and Jonathan Davenport are going to start up front in the main, because they finished up front in the first heat and they're running up front in the second. Haven't seen smoke up the front yet, Matt.
And when Connor spoke to him, Stewart debriefed about his race car. It's not much better. Tony says, I don't know what to tell you, to his crew chief down here on pit road. The car simply does not have any bite off the corner. Meanwhile, that blue number 1 car right in front, Marco Andretti, he's at this point 1 point ahead of Stewart as we run right now, and he told his crew chief, keep me abreast of where Stewart is. I want to know where he is at all times, because he's trying to take over and lock in second in points.
Main event's going to be a little interesting, I think, based on the racing we've seen in our heats so far. Coming to 3 laps to go now that Bowyer has cleared Kenny Wallace for second. Running out of time to chase Labonte down, as you see Marco Andretti trying to get around Ernie Francis for 5th and 6th, and there's Tony Stewart just mired back there in 8th place.
Marco doing a great job here. Great race with Ernie Francis Jr. Marco cares so much about this racing series. He loves putting in the work to try to be successful here, and it'd be great to see him on the podium again tonight.
And Marco, another one of those guys that had never raced anything on dirt in his entire life until he came to the Camping World SRX series.
That's a shock to the system.
So here they come to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Bobby Labonte in white. Clint Bowyer in orange. Can Labonte get a heat race win? Can Bowyer find a way to make a last lap pass?
Is there a slide job approaching?
Final corners here.
Not yet. He's saving it for later. Oh, Bobby got a little wide there.
Slipped in a little high, but he's going to have enough to hang on. Bobby Labonte wins heat race number 2. Clint Bowyer second. Kenny Wallace third. Jonathan Davenport fourth. And Marco Andretti is 5th.